I'm about to save another canine marriage with this homemade dog food, girl. Or I guess you could eat it yourself if you add some seasoning to it. Alright, girl, the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to brown some pork fat. This is about a half a cup of pork fat that I trimmed off of a pork roast during Thanksgiving. I always save my fat. Save all your fats. When you trim your beef, your pork, or whatever, save it. But if you don't have any pork fat, you could always use bacon. Okay. Use bacon. Anyway, I'm going to dump them in the pot here. My wobbly ass pot. And you're just going to brown this fat. I got it on high, but I'm going to turn it down to about a medium heat. I'm going to just slowly render the fat and brown this. Render the fatness out of it and brown it slowly. I should use my better pot. This one's wobbly, girl. Anyway, it's the dog food, so dogs don't get 5-star shit. So anyway, let's brown our fat. We'll come back. All right, now that our fat is getting kind of brown and all the oil's getting rendered from it, okay? Now I'm going to dump a pound of ground beef in there. Ground chuck, ground beef. Okay. Mix that up in there. We're going to brown that up. Okay? No seasoning. We're making this for a dog. If you're cooking this recipe for yourself, you can add salt, pepper, garlic, or fajita seasoning. But I'm making this for the dog, so I don't want to, put too much shit in it for them. I'm going to add some bouillon to it later, but okay. So now we're just going to brown the ground beef, girl. All right. So after we got our meat a little bit brown, I don't know, it took about 3 minutes to get it browned. I'm going to pour it in a colander with a bowl underneath it. Okay. Because I want to get the oil out of it, because we're going to use that oil. And you're like, Steve, why are you putting pig fat in there? Because animals need fat in their diet. Okay, they're animals of the wild. Okay, and when I make homemade dog food, I make it with love. Okay, just like if I was making the shit for myself. You know what I'm saying? So, good rule of thumb is if it don't taste good, would you eat it? Have you ever tried dog food, girl? It sucks. No wonder they hate it. Okay, so I'm gonna take my pork fat, beef fat, and I'm gonna put it back in the pot. All right. On a medium heat. Now I'm going to pour 2 cups of rice in there. Right on top of the fat? Yeah, right on top of the fat, girl. You're going to kill your dogs. Girl, I've been feeding my dogs this for years, and they all live to be 120 years old. So this method here of browning rice, we're going to brown it. Girl, you don't have to, but I love my dogs. I want them to eat something that tastes delicious. So this is how you make Mexican rice, pretty much. You brown it in oil. So we're just going to cook this rice on a medium heat till it starts to brown. And just keep stirring it. Don't let it burn. Just, it's going to turn like a white. See how some of them are turning a little bit whiter? And then they're going to start to slowly toast and brown, okay? I'll come back when that gets to that point. See how it's kind of turning white, some of the pieces? It's getting more toasty. I can smell the aromatics in it. I'm just going to keep stirring it over medium heat, girl, till it gets to where I want it. I want it to be brown in some places. It's going to take probably about 5 minutes. All right, see how our rice is turned a little light brown? Okay, that's where I want it, right about there, girl. Now we're going to add to our 2 cups of rice, we're going to add 8 cups of water. We got 8 cups of water. And we might add some more water if this isn't where I want it, but I I'm putting double the amount. Normally for 2 cups of rice, you'd put 4 cups of water. I'm putting double because I'm making a porridge, girl. Okay. So we're going to stir that up a little bit. And then we're going to add 2 big-ass beef bouillon cubes, okay? So I'm going to break them up a little bit. Because I want to give them a little flavor, but I'm not putting all these spices in it. But a couple bouillon cubes just to give it some flavor. Because, girl, they like people food. That's why. Why do you think your dog is always begging at the table, girl? Because people food tastes better. Oh, but people food's terrible for dogs, Steve. What do you think they make dog food out of, girl? Fucking people food. They just cook the shit out of it till there's no more nutrients in it. Kind of like what I'm doing here. But anyway, girl. Like I said, my dog's been eating this for years, and they always live to be 110. Well, except the last one. She got run over by a car. But anyway, that's another sad story. But anyway, okay. So we're going to bring this to a boil. We're going to cover it. Turn it down low and let it cook for 20 minutes, just like you would in regular old rice, okay? Get it boiling. Put a lid on it. Turn it down low. 20 minutes. And it'll be done. And then we're going to add all this other shit. Girl, just keep watching. All right, girl. It's boiling. I turned it up on high. Got it boiling. Okay, so we're going to turn it down to... Actually, the lowest setting on this one is 2. It's not quite low, but that's fine. Turn it down to your lowest setting. Put a lid on it. And time it for 20 minutes, okay? We'll cook it 20 minutes, and then we'll come back. All right, girl, it's been boiling for about 20 minutes. See, the rice is done, okay? It's a little thicker. It's, like I said, a little thicker than I want it. I want it to be more like a porridge. It's kind of like a porridge, but I'm going to go ahead and pour 2 more cups of water in it, which I figured I would have to do, okay? So the rice is going to soak up some of that. And we're going to turn our heat up from low to about a medium because I want to get it hot again. Okay, so now what we're going to add, I'm going to add a can of peas, which is dog safe, okay? You can use fresh peas, you can use whatever. I'm using can because my dogs aren't 5-star. They're lucky I even feed them at all. So, anyway. Funny story, my dad had a German Shepherd that hated peas. So, one night he fed him a big old bowl of leftover Thanksgiving shit with gravy and bread and all kind of Thanksgiving leftover shit, and he put peas in it. He goes, watch this, dog. He goes, it was a huge bowl, and he's like, watch this. He goes, when he's done, there'll be like a half a cup to a cup of peas in the bottom of the bowl. He will pick all the peas out of it, girl. Stop leaning on the microwave, Steve. You're making it shift. Sorry, girl. Okay, so 1 can of peas and 1 can of carrots. These are sliced. I don't think my dogs want a whole sliced carrot, so I chopped them up a little bit. So we're gonna put some 1 can of sliced carrots in there. I know y'all still tripping about that animal fat. Girl, dogs are wild animals. You think they eat carcasses off the side of the road, okay? That fat is not gonna hurt them, girl. Okay, it's not trans fat. It's not man-made shit. It's real animal fat. So it's good for the skin. It's good for everything, okay? Now I I bought a bag of microwavable steam fresh broccoli cuts, and I chopped them up a little more. I'll put some broccoli in there too. Okay. So it's got peas and carrots and broccoli in it, girl. Okay. Because it's the trans fats that are bad, girl. That's why I stopped picking up bitches from the gay bar, because I'm trying to cut down on my trans fat too. Okay, so we're going to put the hamburger meat and the pork fat back in there. And you could use bacon. I just prefer that pork fat that I trimmed off the pork roast. Because, you know, bacon's cured. It's got salt in it. The only thing I put in here was 2 bouillon cubes. Beef bouillon cubes, because you know dogs don't need all that spice. It'll make them runny shit and all that. So anyway, I'll throw that back in there. Just mix it up, girl. Okay. Hell yeah. And that's it, girl. It's done. I got it. It's, you You don't really need to cook it at this point. I'm gonna turn it back down to low, because I don't want to burn it. I'm gonna put the lid on it and just let it kind of simmer and get all the spices and whatever. Ain't no spices, Steve. I know. Okay, so Steve, why would you do this? Is it cheaper? No, it's really not cheaper. Okay, so I bought this bag of dog food, 3.5 pound bag of dog food from Dollar General, from the dollar store. It's the cheapest dog food they sell, $6.75. Okay, this here costs about the same to make. Okay, the beef was $4.75. The 2 cans of vegetables were $1 each. That's $2. So that's 4, 5, 6, and we're already up to that. And then the what is it? The broccoli was another $1.50 from the dollar store. And then the rice and the bouillon cube. But I mean, so it's slightly more expensive than this. Okay, but it will last probably just as long. Well, actually, this will last longer. But girl, what I do is I actually put a little bit of this in their bowl. I'll show you later. Girl, quit leaning on the... I gotta put some things on my microwave. Anyway, I put a little bit of dog food in the bottom of their bowl, and then I take like a ladle of this and pour it on top every night. That's what I give them until it's all gone, because I don't want to completely spoil them from dog food. I want them to know they still have to eat dog food, because when we travel, I give them dog food, or when I leave them at somebody else's house, they're getting dog food, and they're not getting homemade shit. Okay, so I mixed a little bit of this just to stretch it out, but it stretches the dog food out a lot longer. And I just feel like, dogs... Girl, would you want to eat this? Take a spoonful of that and taste it. See if you like it. Shit. No wonder they hate it. That's why they beg at the table when you're eating, because your food tastes better. So that's why I like to do it. I'm not doing it because I think it's healthier or cheaper or none of that shit. I don't know. But if you don't have, let's say it's raining one day and you don't want to go to the dollar store, you can make this if you got all this shit. You ain't gotta go buy dog food. It's got to be healthier for them. Sure looks better, and they sure like it. I think we'll see. We'll let them decide. We'll give them. Let's feed them. Let's see what they think. Shit. All right, girl. It's time to feed the dog. So what I normally do is take me a ladle, and I just fill it with 1 scoop of my homemade mixture, and I dump it on top of their other dog food. Okay. Makes for a more magical experience. Okay. Then I just mix that shit up with a spoon. And that's their dinner. And that'll last quite a while. Okay. So now they got all the vitamins and nutrients that they need. See? And they're happier for it. They don't just have dry dog food, girl. They got this 5-star dinner. Okay. So let's see if they like it. Oh, hey, girl. Seems like y'all tore something up over here in the living room. What'd y'all tear up? Girl, it's a 24/7 job with these 2 bitches. Okay, y'all hungry? You want to try Daddy's homemade dog food recipe? Let's see if you like it, girl. I think they like it, girl. Well, she ain't stop eating it. This one here is more picky. She's still eating it. She'll probably pick the peas out too. But I think we just saved another canine marriage. What do you think, Prada? Dolce? What do you think? Dolce? Dolce. 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 See, that tells you how good it is. She's like, fuck you, I ain't praying up since we just saved another marriage, another canine marriage, girl, with this homemade dog food.